16, we welcome you to Foxborough, Massachusetts. The NFL on CBS. Happy holidays. The Miami Dolphins taking on the New England Patriots. Bill Belichick, Todd Bowles between them. 189 career victories. 188 belong to Belichick. Kickoff is next.
CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Temperature has dropped here in the New England area about 10 degrees from yesterday to today. 31 degrees. It is a Christmas chill in late December. Bill Belichick, we asked him, what are your Christmas plans? He said, depends on how the game goes. So the result will determine what's going to happen in the Belichick household.
Did you really expect any other type of response from Coach Belichick?
That's what we expected. Todd Bowles, interim head coach. He got a win in his head coaching debut, replacing Tony Sparano, who was let go prior to last week's game. That victory over Buffalo, 30-23. Patriots have won 6 in a row. That matches the longest winning streak in the NFL right now with New Orleans. Steven Gostkowski will kick it off. Miami has won the toss, and we're underway at Gillette Stadium. Clyde Gates catches in the back of the end zone. Dolphins will have it at the 20-yard line to open things up. Matt Moore is starting his 11th game now with Miami and is 5-5, replacing the injured Chad Henne this season.
Yeah, and according to Reggie Bush, he's impressed just about everybody with his calm and his poise, but it's his throwing ability, especially the deep ball, averaging over 8 yards of completion, which is, by the way, better than Tom Brady.
On first down, running play to Bush. The stutter step move. Bush coming off a career day. 203 yards rushing and a touchdown, including a 76-yard run last week. Starting offense, Jake Long is back at left tackle. He missed his first game as a pro last week because of back pain. The backs and receivers for Miami. Jerron Mastru gets the start for Anthony Fasano, who did not make the trip, suffered a concussion during practice this week. He's been a big part of the offense, and a nice safety valve for Moore. Give to Bush. Leaning forward for the first down. That's Reggie Bush creating a 5-yard gain as he was able to burst through that hole. Defensively for New England, Brandon Dederick is in. Andre Carter, that's a big hit for this team. Carter left knee surgery this week on his quad. Linebackers, Gerard Mayo got the big new contract, and he has been a playmaker for New England on that side of the ball. And in the secondary, they were hoping to have Patrick Chung back, but Chung will miss his 7th consecutive game because of a foot injury, and Sergio Brown gets the start at safety. Moore in trouble, and he is sacked. Sean Ellis, the 12-year veteran. 73.5 career sacks for Ellis.
Yeah, and he's working against a converted fullback. This is Charles Clay. Remember, Fasano is out. This is the first sack of the season for Sean Ellis, and he goes right around Clay. That will not hold up for the rest of the game, having Clay, a rookie, fullback slash H-back slash, well, I wouldn't even slash him as a tight end now.
Two-time Pro Bowler. Sean Ellis gets the sack, and Ayers Bush finds the running lane and back across the original line of scrimmage for a gain of 8. Dane Fletcher in on that stop. And Fletcher continues to start at linebacker for the injured Brandon Spikes, missing his 7th consecutive game.
And this really is a game where you need a program to tell who the players are and what positions they're in on both sides. This is just part of the life in the NFL this time of year. Next to last game of the season, a lot of guys that don't have a whole lot of experience playing in different positions on both sides of the ball.
Dan, how about all the 4-3, 3-4 talk defensively for Belichick?
Yeah, we'll see it all today, too. In fact, he wasn't even sure. He's just going to try and match up what the Dolphins do. And now Matt Moore, with some confusion on the offensive line, has to call a timeout.
Early timeout for the Miami Dolphins. Opening drive of the day here in Foxborough. No score. Tom Brady trying to stay warm along the New England sideline. He's been absolutely hot against teams from the AFC East. At home, 10 straight victories against division rivals. After the Miami timeout, a 3rd and 9 for Matt Moore and the Miami offense. 3 receivers set, nickel package for New England. Working out of the gun, Moore, there's the deep ball. Brian Hartline hauls it in, and over the shoulder grab against Devin McCourty, and a big gainer for Miami. 39 yards on the hookup.
Yeah, I think we mentioned something about his ability to throw the deep ball. Watch this throw on the outside. He recognizes a single coverage on Hartline, and this ball is perfectly thrown. Hartline with great concentration, looking back into the sun, gets behind McCourty, and the Dolphins are in business after that 39-yarder.
And Moore has really cut down on the mistakes. Last 7 games, just 2 interceptions. It's Bush. No gain on the play. Kyle Arrington knocks him to the ground.
Jake Long back in the starting lineup for the Dolphins. Missed last week's game with a bad back. Good to have him back for the Dolphins, although trying to run behind him that time. Bush got run down from behind.
Reggie Bush, 3 straight 100-yard games. 4 this season. He is inching closer now to 1,000 yards on the ground for the first time in his career. Mastered the motion man on a 2nd and 10 for Miami. Moore, plenty of time in the pocket. Dials up another deep ball. Incomplete. Downfield, the fullback Charles Clay, who will help out stepping in for Anthony Fasano. And Kyle Arrington, the corner, who has 7 interceptions this season, back in coverage.
Yeah, this is excellent coverage by Arrington. Clay, as the fullback, has 0 rushes this season, but he does have 14 catches and has made some big plays for Moore in the passing game. I believe Moore just saw the coverage by Arrington and let that ball go long, knowing it would be incomplete.
3rd and 10. Early stages, first quarter, the Miami Dolphins have won 5 of their last 7 games after opening the season 0-7. Moore, a little bit offline for Devon Bess, and Bess able to go out across the 25 and make the grab for 6 yards, but it's short of a first down.
Yeah, that throw off target by Moore cost the Dolphins this first down, because Bess has excellent running ability after the catch, and look at all the room he has. All he has to do is get to the 20-yard line. If that ball is on target, he picks up that first down easily.
42-yard attempt for Dan Carpenter.
Now the challenge flag has been thrown by Bill Belichick.
Was that a clean catch for Bess? And I think some of Belichick's defensive players were urging him to throw the red flag.
I'm not sure it's even worth the challenge, though, because this is
challenging the ruling on the field of a completed pass.
It's an incomplete pass, and clearly the ball came out, but why challenge? It would just move the field goal kick back 5 yards.
They'll take a look at it as we step aside.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. Radio Shack. Radio Shack has what you need to make the holidays so right. And by the Ford F-150. Available with the efficiency and power of EcoBoost.
Head coach Bill Belichick with a good challenge here. Devon Bess stretching out for this pass. As you will see, it will hit the ground clearly right there, and this will back the Patriots, or the Dolphins, up 6 yards. So instead of a 42-yard field goal attempt, Dan Carpenter will be asked to kick a 48-yard field goal.
The ruling on the field is reversed to an incomplete pass. The ball hits the ground before the receiver gains possession. New England will not be charged with a timeout. They will not be charged with a challenge. Clock operator, please reset the clock to show 11:04. 11:04, the ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line. It will be 4th down.
Our referee, Alberto Riveron, today, so now a longer field goal attempt. Patriots are 7 of 7 this season on challenges from Bill Belichick. Dan Carpenter now staring at a 48-yard attempt. Looks like they've moved it up a yard, though, to 47 yards. Brandon Fields will hold it. Denny, the snapper. Miami trying to get on the board here. From 47 yards away, he drills it. Dolphins with a 3-0 lead over New England. 10:59 mark of the first quarter. Happy holidays from all of us here at CBS.
You're watching the NFL on CBS. Ho, 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 ho.
Opening drive, 9 plays, 50 yards for the Dolphins. Carpenter connects from 47 yards away in a 3-0 lead for Miami. Carpenter kicking it off. Woodhead is the deep man for New England. Thrown down as he crossed the 10-yard line. Special teams play by Nolan Carroll downfield for Miami. And we'll see the New England offense for the first time today, led by quarterback Tom Brady. Big yardage this season, 4,593.
And he knows a good thing when he sees it. He knows that his 3 main targets, Welker, Gronkowski, and Hernandez, they're always a mismatch for the defense because they play inside against linebackers and safeties.
Open up, shotgun formation on first down. First play from scrimmage for New England. And a 5-receiver set. Brady, incomplete in the area of Wes Welker, leading the NFL with 104 catches this season. Will Allen in coverage. Now, here are the changes on the offensive line. Matt Light, an ankle injury. He's out. Logan Mankins making his first ever start at left tackle. He's a Pro Bowler at left guard. Donald Thomas is in for him. Solder is in for the injured Sebastian Vollmer. Aaron Hernandez coming off the career day last week. Danny Woodhead sneaks through and picks up 8 yards just across the 20-yard line. Defensively for Miami in the 3-4 set, Randy Starks having another excellent year for the Dolphins. Linebackers, playmakers with Wake and Taylor's back in as a starter because of the injury to Koamisi, now on IR. And in the secondary, you know it's going to be a test today for Jeremiah Bell, the leader back there dealing with these talented tight ends. Hernandez is in the backfield, and he'll shift out of it on 3rd and 2. On a pitch, Woodhead has got a first down. Needed 2, picks up 4. They'll move the chains.
Really good patience by Woodhead that time, just allowing the blocking to develop in front of him. Both tight ends, Gronkowski and Hernandez, out in front. But this is going to be interesting to see how this new offensive line of the Patriots will handle the pass rush, especially on the outside where the Dolphins have Wake and Jason Taylor.
Belichick will bring in extra offensive linemen. Right now it's Marcus Cannon. On first down, Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis. Keeps the legs churning and picks up 5. Now this was before the game. Out on the field, Matt Light working out and the medical staff evaluating him just after 11 o'clock Eastern time.
You see him talking about his explosion off that right leg. Obviously he could not go. But with Jason Taylor with 6 sacks, Cameron Wake with 7.5, their job is to get to Brady, make him feel uncomfortable. That's the blueprint for stopping this great passing attack in the great Tom Brady.
Jason Taylor, 10.5 career sacks against Brady. That's the most sacks that he's ever posted against any quarterback in his career. 2nd and 5. Play fake. Brady ducks. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. Carlos Dansby supplying the heat. JB, Shannon Sharp standing by. NFL Today update.
Ian, more than New York bragging rights here.
Playoff bragging rights, JB. Aided by 12 men on the field by the New York Giants. Touchdown, Josh Baker for Mark Sanchez. 7-0 Jets early.
Back to Ian and Dan.
And we'll keep you updated throughout the day on everything going on around the NFL Week 16. We know it's pretty simple for New England. Win the final 2 games, they will be the #1 seed in the AFC postseason. This is a 3rd and 5 for the Pats. Brady connects with Welker and a first down. Across the 45-yard line, 16 yards on the pass play.
105 catches now on the season for Welker. Again, it's a third down situation. And he comes almost out of the backfield on a little delay route for 16 yards and right out close to midfield, but another outstanding year for the soon-to-be free agent.
Working from the gun, it's a give for Ridley. The rookie out of LSU is ridden to the sideline by Carlos Dansby. Give him a gain of 2. Back to New York, JB and Shannon.
This is vintage Tebow.
This is what you need to do early on, JB. Go on the road, get the crowd, what crowd there is in the stadium, out of the ball game. 1-yard TD run. The Broncos are up early, 7-0 over the Bills.
A Broncos win and an Oakland loss gives Denver the West title. Back to Ian and Dan.
And that's what Denver was able to do against New England early last week. Well, then the Patriots got hold of that game, 41-23. Incomplete. Wes Welker there. It actually hit Will Allen. Veteran, 11th year from Syracuse in coverage.
Watch the pressure right up the gut by Dansby as he will set his sights on Tom Brady. Great double blitz right there in the middle. Burnett as well coming at Brady, and 2 times now they've gotten to him and forced incompletions.
Patriots have been able to convert on third down a couple of times on this drive, but this is a challenging 3rd and 8 now compared to the more manageable third downs they've seen. They'll stack the line against Brady. Working from the gun. They bring him down. The rush was coming. Jeremiah Bell on a safety blitz. A loss of 6. And the Patriots forced to punt.
Well, Jeremiah Bell with his 2nd sack of the season. He's their #1 tackler. Here he is lined up here, and he comes all the way around. But the Dolphins defensive coordinator Mike Nolan said the key to stopping Brady, give them as many deceptive looks as they possibly can. And so far, you got to like the way they've gotten to him 3 times now in the first series of plays.
Pretty good pressure there on Zoltan Mesko. He was able to get it off. Devon Bess watches it bounce and make a beeline to the sideline, out of bounds just across the 15-yard line. Matt Moore playing with a 3-0 lead.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Sprint. All football, no limits, only from Sprint. And by Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Here we go.
Back in Foxborough, home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium has been the official home of the Pats since 2002. 1st and 10, give is to Bush, up the gut. Reggie Bush give him a gain of 3.5 on the play. Vince Wilfork in on that stop for New England. Keep your fantasy football season going with Playoff Challenge and compete against the nation for a chance to win $5,000. Sign up now at cbssports.com/challenge. So the New England Patriots came in having allowed 25 sacks this season, 5th fewest in the NFL. They've already given up 2 today. Brady dealing with pressure. Miami gets the football back with a 3-0 lead. Bush taking it to the outside. Reggie Bush veering towards the sideline, very close to a 1st down for Bush. The quickness of Bush to get to the perimeter.
Yeah, and I think he got the 1st down with that quickness and speed. Watch him bounce it to the outside here, go all the way around the defensive end there. Brandon Dedrick, and now Bush is over 1,000 yards on the season. It looked like at the beginning of the year, first half of the season, no way he would get to that mark, but he is there after a strong last 3 games and a good start today.
And I think important for him, just because of the perception that he wasn't an every down back. The exchange was not clean. They're fortunate that they didn't turn the football over. Bush was able to recover.
Great pressure by Dane Fletcher coming right up the middle. Perfect timing by Fletcher. Got the snap count just right. There he is right here. Watch him come clean. Right through the gap here. And now Bush, unfortunately, is less than 1,000 yards. Life in the NFL.
Loss of 7 for Miami. Daniel Thomas comes in to replace Bush. Down to 5:34 to go in this first quarter. It's loud right now. Matt Moore dealing with it. Deep drop. Moore standing tall in the pocket. Broken up on the out route by Devin McCourty. Trying to hit Brandon Marshall on the outside. 3rd and 17.
McCourty was burned by Hartline earlier in this game, but this is good coverage by number 32. Long throw by Moore, and even if it's caught by Marshall, he would not have the first down. Good coverage by McCourty, man-to-man on the dangerous Brandon Marshall.
Moore is now 1 of 4. The one completion, the one you just talked about, to Brian Hartline for 39 yards. Another timeout as the play clock hit 1. So Miami has just one timeout remaining in this first half. They've got a 3-0 lead on New England. Miami up on New England 3-0, 5:24 to go in this first quarter. Was it worth a timeout for Matt Moore with the play clock winding down?
Probably not at 3rd and whatever this is. It's too long. I mean, another 5 yards. Dolphins only convert 31% all year anyway.
3rd and 17 for Miami. And they'll run it with Bush. Reggie Bush, good gainer across the 30, but short of a first down. He picks up 12. And he's back over 1,000 yards, Dan.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing, is then they come out with a draw play after calling timeout. It's not as if they were drawing up a play that was going to get them that 17 yards.
New England Patriots have outscored the Dolphins 117-45 in the last 3 meetings between these two teams. Brandon Fields will punt it. Julian Edelman is standing at his own 12-yard line. Edelman moving forward, short punt, and it will take a Miami roll. They'll touch it at the 21. 3-0 Miami in front. The New England offense, including Rob Gronkowski, when we come back.
Hey, this is Rob Gronkowski of the New England Patriots. I just want to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday.
Subscribe to NFL Magazine, the new official monthly magazine of the National Football League, available at NFL.com/magazine and newsstands everywhere. New England Patriots, number 2 offense in the NFL, over 426 yards per game. Number 3 scoring team in the NFL, over 31 points per game, behind just Green Bay and New Orleans. Brady to throw, more pressure, and Brady goes down. Jason Taylor.
Now that offensive line, we talked about all the changes. It's just not holding up right now for Tom Brady and the Patriots. Here's Jason Taylor picking up another sack. Something he has done so many times. 139 times now for the great 15-year veteran.
And a loss of 4 on the play. Nate Solder has now come off the field. 2nd and 14. Running play, Woodhead tried to accelerate and got chopped down across the 20-yard line after the pickup of Ford. Jared Odrick, talented 2nd-year player from Penn State, with a tackle. Solder is back out there for New England now as he trots back on the field. And it's a patchwork group now because of that injury to Matt Light and the domino effect across that line.
And so many times the Patriots like to add an offensive lineman, extra offensive lineman, for help their running game. Can't be able to do that as well this afternoon.
4 receivers set on a 3rd and 10 now for New England. 3:27 left to play in this first quarter. Again, Miami stacks the line. Here comes the rush. Brady gets rid of it. Low throw to Welker. He couldn't handle it. And the Patriots go 3 and out. Will Allen puts the pressure on Tom Brady.
Let's go back one play to see what happened to Logan Mankins. Here he is playing left tackle. Mankins getting out to block, and he's just going to get caught up in the pile there. You can see one of the Dolphins rolling back. That's Paul Soliai, I think, or Jason Odrick maybe, rolling up on Mankins' angle.
Zoltan Mesko with the punt. And Devon Bess waiting for it. Catches cleanly at the 24. Bess works his way upfield. Out across the 35-yard line on a 13-yard return and a 55-yard punt. The snapper, Danny Aiken, making the play on special teams. Let's take you back. Week 1, season opener. It was Monday Night Football. The Patriots put up a franchise record, 622 total yards. Brady a career high, 517, 4 touchdowns. Wes Welker, 99-yard touchdown in the fourth quarter. Patriots a winner, 38-24.
And what a difference 3.5 months makes. Brady now just 1 for 5 and has been sacked twice, knocked down once, hurried another time.
906 passing yards, the most ever combined in an NFL game. Moore, high throw, incomplete. Brandon Marshall, who's a big target, could not bring that one in. And some pushing and shoving and some chatting after the play. Tom Brady opens up 1 of 5 for 16 yards.
Yeah, they've got some major concerns with that offensive line. Their rushing attack has not been very good all year, just averaging 107 yards per game. It's been mostly through the air, but it's not getting time to throw.
Flags come down. Alberto Riveron is going to fill us in.
False start, number 72, offense. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
And that's Vernon Carey on the right side of that Miami line.
Vernon Carey, of course, blocking against a former Miami Hurricane teammate, Vince Wilfork. They know each other extremely well.
Yeah, Wilfork saying that Carey, one of the best athletes he's ever seen. They played a lot of pickup basketball back in their college days, and somebody bet Carey that he couldn't dunk the ball for $20. The guy lost the bet. Moore, strong throw, and Marshall cannot secure it. This has been an issue for Marshall throughout the season, including 2 passes last week that looked to be sure touchdowns in that win over Buffalo that he couldn't hold on to.
Well, this ball is right to his face mask. A perfect throw by Matt Moore, and great reaction by McCourty. Watch the right hand come in there and dislodge the ball, separates Marshall's hands. Another fine play by McCourty on the outside. But Marshall, you got to make that catch. The ball could not have been any better thrown.
4 receivers set. Charles Clay will set up as a receiver, the rookie fullback from Tulsa. 3rd and 15. Moore guns underneath to Bess and well short of a first down. They pick up 10 yards. They needed 15. We talked about the drops for Marshall, including a pair of them last week.
Yeah, that would have been a touchdown right there in the back of the end zone against the Bills. Back of the end zone again. He did make a fine catch on the 65-yarder against the Bills last week. But again, Matt Moore, you can just see how accurate he is. Brandon
Fields back on. Julian Edelman waiting for the kick at his own 9-yard line. Edelman, a muff, but a recovery and a flag down. Might have been contact there. Julius Pruitt getting downfield for Miami.
Yeah, I think Pruitt got a hand in there, just as Edelman with a real late fair catch signal. I'm not sure that Pruitt ever saw the signal. He's running full blast under that punt. Officials will talk about it right now to decide whether it was a legitimate fair catch signal and if Pruitt did get a hand on it.
48-yard punt for Brandon Fields.
And what school did Julius Pruitt go to?
I'm going to have you handle that one. Go for it.
I asked you first.
Come on, Dan.
There is no foul in the play for fair catch interference. The player got pushed into a receiver. Therefore, there is no foul. First down, New England.
He went to Ouachita Baptist. Ouachita.
Very, very good.
Thanks.
Happy holidays, my friend.
You too.
Yeah, you can see Edelman. Watch how late the signal is. That ball is almost on him. And you can see Pruitt being pushed into him by a Patriot.
On first down for New England, play fake, trying to set it up with a screen, and Ridley, the intended receiver, it's broken up. And New England having a tough time getting into any kind of rhythm on offense right now.
Yeah, number 27, Antoine Bolden, is going to push Pruitt right in the back there, and Pruitt doing his best to avoid Edelman.
Patriots going no huddle on a 2nd and 10. Brady Over the middle, gets Hernandez involved. And a new set of downs for New England to work with to the 25-yard line on the 15-yard catch and run by Hernandez.
Now, how quickly did Tom Brady get rid of this ball? He knows he's not getting the normal amount of pass protection, partially because Logan Mankins is on the sidelines here, but he got that ball out of his hands quickly for his second completion.
So Nate Solder is in at left tackle now. He started at right tackle for the injured Sebastian Vollmer. Off the hands of Hernandez, incomplete. A lot of players bunched together in that area as Brady tried to thread the needle.
See a little bit of frustration now on the face of Tom Brady. He's not used to such a shaky start for this Patriot offense.
So Mankins on the sideline, an ankle injury. Solder in at left tackle, Marcus Cannon at right tackle, trying to run that left side to Danny Woodhead, and 4 yards on the gain for Woodhead. 3rd and 6. Carlos Dansby with another tackle for Miami.
And Miami's defense has been strong on 3rd downs this year, 5th best in the league, allowing just 32%.
And strong against the run in general, number 3 in the NFL, under 92 yards per game. Popped up in the air, it bounced off Welker. He wanted a flag against Vontae Davis, the youngster. Davis had high praise for Welker when we sat with him yesterday. He said the guy is a machine.
Well, it's just a little hook route over the middle by Welker. Single coverage. Look at the break on the ball. The timing perfectly by Vontae Davis. He's a hot corner. Got 2 picks last week against Buffalo.
And Miami as a whole, much more opportunistic. First 7 games, they had 2 interceptions. The last 7, they've had 11. Tom Brady is 2 of 9 throwing the football. Mesko the punt. Best backpedals, mishandles initially. But because of the hang time, Bess had some room in front of him as he gets upended by the snapper Danny Aiken. 64-yard punt and a 10-yard return. 54 seconds remaining in this opening quarter. Only one network brings you America's top comedies. How I Met Your Mother, 2.5 Men, The Big Bang Theory, 2 Broke Girls, and Mike and Molly. Only CBS. 3-0 lead for Miami. Dolphins 5-9, but 5-2 in their last 7 games. Hand off to Daniel Thomas, the rookie out of Kansas State, running into a crowd and picks up a yard on the play.
Now let's go back and check out the pressure that Tom Brady's been under here in the first quarter. Way to stop any good quarterback is to make him move, knock him down, make him uncomfortable. Dolphins have done just that. A couple of sacks, Jeremiah Bell, Jason Taylor. And as you said, he has as many sacks as he has completions.
On the other side for Miami, a 2nd and 9. This is the number 7 rushing offense in the NFL, 127 yards per game. Moore in the pocket, throws. Good throw to Hartline, who curls it upfield for a first down. Kyle Arrington got spun around, and Hartline took advantage as he cut to the outside. Final play of the first quarter with the Dolphins in front, 3-0. We'll return to Foxborough after these messages. This is the NFL on CBS. Santa's coming to town tomorrow, officially, at least overnight. Start of the second quarter here in Foxborough. Iron Eagle Dan Fouts, our producer Bob Monsbach, director Suzanne Smith, and the rest of our CBS crew. Happy holidays to all of you. 1st and 10 for Miami to start out this second quarter. Moore, home run ball. He's got Marshall. Matt Moore, another long completion down the sideline. Devin McCourty never saw the football.
It's another fine deep throw by Matt Moore. McCourty never looking back, as you said, Ian. Ball is delivered right to the arms of Brandon Marshall. He's not going to drop that one, although McCourty does a good job of trying to distract him with a slap across the face. 47 yards for Marshall.
Change at offensive line. John Jerry is in at left tackle. They were working on Jake Long. Jerry started there last week on a give for Thomas. Picks up 2 yards on the forward progress. Vince Wilfork, first man there for New England, and there is Long. Jake Long has been very durable, a 3-time Pro Bowler, and the #1 overall pick in the 2008 draft. The standings in the AFC East: New England winning the division yet again. Miami at 5-9, trying to close the season strong here, as the Dolphins will host the New York Jets next week. Arm injury for Long. His return is questionable. This is a 2nd and 8 now for Miami. Thomas remains in the game. Moore throws. A strike to Marshall. Touchdown, Dolphins. 19 yards on the hookup. Matt Moore leading the Dolphins down the field with a couple of big plays to his big play receiver, Brandon Marshall.
Yeah, and Moore got back and let that ball go really quickly. A slant route by Marshall getting in behind Arrington. A 5-step drop by the quarterback Moore. And 2 plays, 2 bombs to Brandon Marshall. And the Dolphins are about to have a 10-0 lead. Just a 5-play drive, but those 2 big plays by Moore and Marshall.
It covers 82 yards for Miami. Carpenter tacks on the extra point. And a 10-0 lead for the Dolphins. Early stages of the second quarter. Quite a difference from the season opener. This Miami offense has been much more efficient the last 7 weeks. Thus, the success, wins and losses. Matt Moore over that span, 11 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions. And the touchdown pass to Marshall gives him 12 now in 8 weeks. Return man is Danny Woodhead. Woodhead brought down to the 25-yard line by Marvin Mitchell on special teams. Tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern, the NFL Holiday Spectacular and the magic of NFL films get in the spirit with the all-time most memorable holiday moments. Then at 4 Eastern time, experience the historical journey of African Americans in pro football on 3rd and Long. That's tomorrow right here on CBS. New England Patriots, AFC East champions, 3rd straight division title, 8 of the last 9 years. Brady on a give. Ben Jarvis, Green Ellis try to spin move and picks up 3 yards on the play on the inside. Tackle made by inside linebacker Kevin Burnett for Miami.
Brady's going to go up tempo now with this offense, trying to spark it in some way.
They have been playing at a faster pace offensively. Brady underneath connects with Gronkowski for the first time. And Gronkowski very close to first down yardage. Jeremiah Bell got him down low. Give him a gain of 5 on the play. So 3rd and 2, Gronkowski putting up record-setting numbers at the tight end position. Miami with a 10-0 lead on New England, 12:50 to play in the first half. Brady working out of the gun. Brady ricochets off of Wes Welker. Sean Smith drawing the assignment. And Welker again upset, felt that contact was made before the ball got there. Miami's defense gets off the field once again.
Well, again, it's perfect timing by a corner. We saw it from Vontae Davis on Welker in the first quarter. And all that contact there is legal on Welker because it is before the 5.
Galaxy S2. The next big thing is already here. And by Acura. Acura Advance.
Miami with a 10-0 lead over New England. 12:24 remaining in this first half. And Miami has the football with a 1st and 10 just across the 10-yard line. Reggie Bush in the backfield. Bush tried to cut it to the outside. And McCourty helping in run support along with Dane Fletcher to bring him down. It's a loss of 5 on the play.
It's tough to go wide, especially in this part of the field. The defense is looking to make a play in the backfield. You can see the pursuit there. Also the edge that was set by McCourty. There's just nowhere for Bush to go but backwards.
Officially a loss of 4. Nate Garner is in as an extra offensive lineman for Miami. Jake Long sitting on the Miami bench with what appears to be an elbow injury. Bush, running lane for Bush, and he carries a couple of tacklers with him out near the 20-yard line. Good blocks up front. Pouncey and Colombo, and a penalty marker thrown in the defensive backfield at the 23-yard line. It's an 11-yard burst for Bush. Penalties so far, just 1 called against Miami.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 88 on the offense. Half the distance to the goal, it will be 3rd down.
And it's Jerron Mastrud, second-year tight end from Kansas State, getting the start today for the injured Anthony Fasano.
Watch the block here by the center. This is Mike Pouncey here. Does a good job of coming off on Mayo, but what a critical mistake by Jerron Mastrud coming in late here. Watch him come in and peel Sergio Brown off the pile there. That's really a costly mistake by Mastrud.
So back it up. 3rd and 12. Patriots crowd the line. Play clock is down to 1. Moore, pocket is collapsing, and he throws it out of bounds, too high. Brian Hartline, flag down. So penalty marker on the play as the players come together back at the goal line. Is that considered uncatchable? Gerard Warren jawing.
Well, that's why they're having the discussion right now. This ball clearly uncatchable, as Vince Wilfork would tell you. He was only about 30 yards away from the play, but he saw it, and so did Hedebo.
On the defense, number 32. The ball will be flicked as part of the flag. Automatic 1st down.
Well, the official saw it a different way. It's Devin McCourty called on the PI.
Well, McCourty goes at 5'10", Hartline at about 6'2". Right out here, let's check out where this ball is. Well, Hartline would have to be about 7'2". He just does get a fingernail on this ball, and I guess that's what the official saw, that if you can touch it, as he's telling the officials, that should be pass interference. An 18-yard penalty, and gets the Dolphins out of a hole.
Breathing room here for Miami. It converts a 3rd down on the penalty. They'll move the chains for the Dolphins. Reggie Bush, stutter step. Bush. Oh, the leap by Bush to gain some extra yardage. Kyle Arrington just saw Bush sail over him for 6 yards.
You're a big Harry Potter fan, right?
Excuse me?
You know, Harry Potter. Why, this is a Quidditch move right there. Arrington gets nothing but air. Shall I go on?
Where's Lord Baltimore? Is he around?
He's right next to you.
2nd and 4 now. Highlight from Bush. Clay goes in motion. Moore to throw it. Moore in some trouble. Moore tries to get out of it, but gets caught down low by Vince Wilfork, the 3-time Pro Bowler. NFL Today update. Let's head to New York with JB and Shannon.
Baltimore smelling division title.
JB, can I tell you a secret?
Yep.
Ray Rice is good.
Pretty good.
89 total yards, 42 on this touchdown catch from Joe Flacco. 17-0. The old team from Cleveland beating the new team from Cleveland. 17-0. Ravens.
You know what? It's actually the bird and the beard, but I'm going to call the beard the movie buff. Back to Ian.
All right, JB, thank you. We're doing a lot of highlights on Shannon's old teams. Denver, Baltimore, 3rd and 4. Moving pocket. Moore connects for the 1st down. It's Reggie Bush. After the catch, Bush able to create more yards. It's 14 all in all for Bush. And the Dolphins are moving the football.
And Moore showing good mobility in the pocket on 2 plays in a row here. Watch as he's going to be chased out of the pocket here by Fletcher, coming right up the middle. But always knows where number 22 is, and that's always a good idea because of that type of ability. Moore started the game 1 of 6. Has hit his last 5 in a row.
New England just signed a player off its practice squad, Alex Silvestro, rookie out of Rutgers, defensive lineman. He's in right now, number 69. Play action, Moore. Brandon Marshall brings it in. That chemistry has really developed between Matt Moore and Brandon Marshall. Gerard Mayo and James Ihedebo back there defensively, and Moore drops it in the bucket for 26 yards.
Well, and it's a real tall bucket too. 6'5" is Marshall. Watch the ball thrown into that other dimension up there where only the receiver can get it. Gerard Mayo at 6'1", no match for Marshall. Difficult for a middle linebacker to play that deep and get up in the air against a talented receiver like Marshall.
5 straight 1,000-yard seasons for Marshall. Look at the numbers for Moore. Overall now 7 of 12, 168 yards. Moore, deep ball, almost intercepted by McCourty. Brandon Marshall looked more like the defender on that play once the ball was in the air.
This is a case where Marshall will turn into the defensive back here. McCourty has this one all the way, and Marshall comes over the top and pulls his hands apart so he can't make the catch. Matt Moore feeling the hot hand. He thinks he can complete everything. Probably should not have thrown that one to Marshall. Well covered by McCourty.
Dan, Miami has 218 yards of offense. New England has been held to 57. 8:10 mark of the second quarter. Bush. Reggie Bush emerging for a 7-yard pickup. Takes it to the 20-yard line. John Jerry with a good block, working that left side. Stepping in for the Pro Bowler Jake Long.
And the other thing that this Miami Dolphin offense is doing, it's keeping Tom Brady and his offense right there, over there on the bench. About a 7-minute difference now in time of possession.
9th play of the drive. Matt Moore now in his 5th year in the NFL out of Oregon State. It's been a football odyssey for him to get to this point and to get the opportunity. Direct snap. Bush wants to throw it. Wobbly throw. Incomplete. Flag down as Matt Moore released as a receiver. Rob Ninkovich, the linebacker.
And Ninkovich is going to get called for pass interference. As a poorly thrown ball, but it was good enough to draw the pass interference.
Pass interference, number 50, defense. The ball will be placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Really a well-designed play by the Dolphins. This shows you a team that's very confident. There's the pass interference, clearly. Good for 17 yards. They're going to put the ball at the 3-yard line. Really can't blame Ninkovich.
Well, Brian Dable, the offensive coordinator, has been creative. Reggie just did not get rid of that ball cleanly. It looked like a dying quail. 1st and goal inside the 5. Moore, couple of fakes. Moore, plenty of time. Incomplete. Hartline, the intended receiver, matched up with McCourty.
Boy, and a touchdown here would really make it interesting for Tom Brady and the Patriots. Because offensively, they've not been able to figure out Mike Nolan's defense. And a 17-point lead and a banged-up offensive line. This could be a heck of an upset. I know it's early yet, but Dolphins are really playing well.
2nd and goal for Miami. Give is to Bush. Reggie Bush hit initially and was able to keep on going to pick up 2. James Ihedebo was the first man there for New England to slow down Bush. It'll be 3rd and goal for the Dolphins.
James Ihedebo getting in there and really trying to strip the ball away from Reggie Bush. Watch number 44, left side of the screen, come in here. He's got one thing on his mind: is can I get the point of the ball and pry it loose?
3rd and goal. Miami looking to add to its lead. It's Moore with a deep drop. Touchdown, Charles Clay. What a first half performance by the Miami Dolphins. Matt Moore continues to impress running the show.
Moore wanted to go to Hartline, but Hartline was knocked down. Here is Clay right here. He's just going to work his way across the back of the end zone. But watch Moore. He's looking left right now. Hartline's down. He picks up his outlet receiver. Touchdown Clay. His 2nd touchdown of the reception of the year. And Matt Moore is having a heck of a first half.
11 plays, 89 yards for Miami, and Dan Carpenter with the point after. Who saw this coming? 17-0 Miami with the lead on New England.
Hey, I'm Reggie Bush. Happy holidays.
So far, it's been a very happy holiday for the Miami Dolphins and Reggie Bush. The kickoff from Carpenter, fielded by Woodhead. Danny Woodhead thrown down just short of the 40-yard line. 37-yard return by Woodhead. Tom Brady. Not a lot of opportunities so far for Brady in the Pats offense.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. And by Corona Extra, who invites you to find your beach.
Great pictures up above. Aerial coverage of today's action being provided by the fine folks at MetLife. Gillette Stadium, Foxborough, Massachusetts. The New England Patriots offense having an off day. 4 possessions, 4 punts for New England, and now in a 17-point hole. 6:24 remaining in this first half. Empty backfield, 5 receivers set for New England. Brady pump and throw. Incomplete. Deion Branch, who was inactive last week. Branch back in there after bouncing back from the groin injury. Missed his first game of the season. Week 1 against Miami, Tom Brady 517 yards through the air, 4 touchdowns. He's been held to 37 passing so far in this first half. On 2nd down, running play to the rookie Stephen Ridley, and there's nothing there for him. Give him a gain of 2.5 on the play.
You know, even when we go back to that graphic that showed their drives, their first drive, they had 9 plays on the drive, but they only covered 29 yards. So this Miami defense, they remember that embarrassing loss. And, you know, it's kind of trite, kind of a cliche to say that players play for pride when they're in a situation like the Dolphins. Well, they're not only playing with pride, they're a much improved team.
And Todd Bowles said, hey, that first meeting burns you as a competitor. You want to prove you're better than what's on film. Brady off target. Wes Welker, the intended receiver. And the Patriots go 3 and out, and the fans getting antsy here.
The fans couldn't possibly be booing the hometown, could they?
They might be booing the officials.
Well, the officials had nothing to do with that bad pass. That's just frustration now, and good pass pressure on Brady, making him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Zoltan Mesko. A lot of activity for the New England punter. And a flag comes down prior to the punt.
Prior to the ball being snapped, false start number 90 on the offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
So the false start called on special teams. Nico Kudavides, the 8-year veteran. Injuries on the offensive line coming in. We learned earlier today that Matt Light has an ankle injury, inactive on the left side. Menken's replaced him. He's got a leg injury. Fair catch called for by Devon Bess after the 51-yard punt. Defensively, Miami's getting the job done.
Well, Burnett with tight coverage. Here is Vontae Davis, then Sean Smith. And the officials are letting them play a little bit. But that was the key that Bowles said. We've got to get our hands on these receivers. Cannot allow them to have free release off the line of scrimmage. And so far, it's working quite well. Welker with just one catch. Hernandez, one catch. Gronkowski, one catch. Brady has missed 10 of his 13 throws.
And Miami with another chance to put a little more room in between them and New England with a 17-0 lead. Reggie Bush brought down by Vince Wilfork. That's a 3-yard gain for Bush, who went over 1,000 yards here today for the season. How about this, Dan? Hard to believe. First time in Dolphins history where they've had a 1,000-yard rusher and a 1,000-yard receiver in the same season.
Yeah, you think about all the great running backs, Zonka, Kick, Warf, and then Mercury Morris, and obviously the Hall of Famer Paul Warfield at wide receiver, and with Duper and Clayton. Amazing.
2nd and 7. Bush leads the NFL in rushing yards in the month of December. Came in with 406 this month. Tack on 3 more for Bush. Gerard Mayo will get credit for the stop. Coming up, Sprint Halftime Report. JB and company, the latest NFL scores and highlights. That's coming up on the Sprint Halftime Report.
And the Patriots desperately need to stop the Dolphins on this 3rd down play. Dolphins have converted 3 of 6 so far in this first half. This is absolutely huge for the Patriots.
Third and 4, a high throw, Hartline. The intended target. Moore goes down, and a Dolphin is slow to get up.
That's the center, Pouncey, Mike Pouncey. Like he's holding his left ankle.
The number 15 pick overall, twin brother of Marquise Pouncey, outstanding starting center with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
And talking to Vince Wilfork about Pouncey, you know, a lot of teams now are going to these really athletic centers. Of course, the 2 Pouncey brothers, they can move, get out, pick up block, blitzing linebackers, and also lead sweeps. But Pouncey looks like he's going to try and shake that left leg injury off as he heads to the bench.
Dolphins go 3 and out. Low snap handled by Fields. Edelman from the 20. Edelman goes down at the 27-yard line. Julius Pruitt with a smack on special teams, a 51-yard punt. Last week, 17 of the top 20 shows on television had something in common. They were all on one network, only CBS. Todd Bowles not trying to reinvent the wheel in 3 weeks. That's what he told us last night. He's still coaching up his guys in the secondary. He was the defensive backs coach. Now he's got a little more to say to the offense. On first down for New England. Brady brought down by Carlos Dansby. Tom Brady didn't see anything that he liked downfield.
Well, part of the problem is he's been getting a lot of pressure, so he kept everybody in that time, just sent out 3 receivers, went with maximum protection. The Dolphins were in the perfect coverage and zone in the back end of that. Nowhere for Brady to go with the ball.
2nd and 9 after the 1-yard gain. 5 receiver set. Brady is 3 of 13 for 37 yards. Brady under duress again. Trying to hit Aaron Hernandez, incomplete. Brady got hit by Randy Starks on that defensive line for Miami.
Yeah, and the thing about when you're playing a division rival, you know each other almost as well as you know yourself. And the Dolphins, everything that Mike Nolan is calling defensively right now has been working perfectly and perfectly executed by this Dolphin defense.
Couple of sacks for the Miami defense. 6 hurries. Brady's been knocked down 3 times, and it's 4 straight incompletions now for Tom Brady. We come up on 3 minutes to go. First half. Brady. Tom Brady devoured by Cameron Wake. And the Miami defense is getting better as this first half goes on.
Well, they're mixing and matching defensively. That time on a 3rd and long, they're going to bring the blitz. Watch the safety come in here. That's Will Allen, the nickelback. He occupies the guard. That allows the interior to take over. Looked like Langford in there for the sack. But everything Nolan's Collins working.
The third Miami sack of the afternoon. Mesco another punt. Bess, fair catch called for. He realizes that probably should have taken it and tried to run with it. He had some room. 28-yard line. Well, for Matt Moore, he told us there have been a lot of unexpected turns along the way. And even some times where he thought he would move on from football. Started at UCLA, ended up transferring, got a call from Mike Riley to play at Oregon State. Undrafted, goes to Dallas, had a good training camp, but got cut, picked up by Carolina, had a chance to start there, but ultimately they went in a different direction with Cam Newton, and now signed as a backup, a 2-year, $5 million deal with the Miami Dolphins. Henny goes down, and Moore's playing the best football of his life.
And he was signed by the Dolphins late, too.
That was after the Kyle Orton deal didn't go down for Miami. Reggie Bush.
I think that's the biggest difference in Reggie Bush's game right now, his ability to run between the tackles. I asked him, I said, you know, it seems to me you might be difficult to block for because you have so much ability to make guys miss and have so many moves, and tough for the offensive line to really have the timing. But the two of them, the offensive lines collectively, and Bush, the patience of Bush, but also the explosiveness. Sometimes he can make the line look bad. Other times he can make them look very good. And I think they're just working so well together right now.
And they've worked it down to the 2-minute warning with a 17-0 lead over the division champion New England Patriots. Pretty simple equation for New England to get the #1 seed. Win the final 2 games, and they're guaranteed home field advantage throughout the AFC playoffs. The problem is, if they lose a game and leave the door open for Baltimore and Pittsburgh, both leading here today. And that could set up a wild Week 17 with not only playoff spots, but potential seeding on the line as well. 2nd and 3 for Miami. 2 minutes to play, first half. Moore slings it underneath to Brandon Marshall. What a huge target he is out across the 40-yard line. And a first down for Miami. Dolphins going no huddle, hurry up offense here. A 7-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage is the 42.
Marshall battling a knee problem this week. Came up limping after that. He was asking to be replaced, but he's going to line up out wide here.
Moore looking in his direction. It will be Marshall on the inside. And a modest gain of 3 yards on first down. Gerard Mayo in on that stop. And now Marshall will head to the sideline, replaced by Clyde Gates. Knee injury for Daniel Thomas. His return is questionable for Miami. 172 yards through the air for the Dolphins. Penalty markers down. 2 penalties against Miami, 3 called against New England here today. Alberto Riveron.
False start on the center, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
So back it up with 1:07 to go in this first half. You look at the background of Todd Bowles, a defensive back coach with the Jets, with Dallas, with Miami, and stepping in and getting an opportunity after Tony Sperano was let go as the head man. And Bowles had big game experience as a safety in Washington. Broken up, double coverage there. Brian Hartline, as Moore tried to squeeze it out along the perimeter between Arrington and Sergio Brown.
A good job by Brown, 31, coming over there. And also by Arrington, forcing Hartline way over to the sidelines where he had absolutely no chance to get to this ball, and then turning and locating the ball and making sure it was not complete.
The 8th December meeting between these two teams in the last 10 years, and the home team has won all of them. New England 4-0, Miami 3-0. But Miami's got the upper hand here with 1:01 to play in the first half. Reggie Bush on 3rd and 12. 5-yard gain for Bush. It's 4th down for Miami. And a timeout called by New England with 55 seconds to play in the first half. Dolphins are going to punt it away when we return. (17-0) Miami leading New England. We've got 55 seconds to play in the first half here at Gillette Stadium, and the Dolphins will punt it with Brandon Fields, Julian Edelman standing at his own 9-yard line. Edelman, fair catch just across the 15. And that's where New England will set up shop here. Final stages of the second quarter. Sprint halftime report coming up. JB and company back in New York. Latest NFL scores and highlights. It's all coming up on the Sprint halftime report. Tom Brady has completed 3 passes in this first half. He's been sacked 3 times. Bill Belichick looking for something right now. Kevin Falk is in there, the veteran now in his 13th year. And has been such an all-purpose player for this New England squad over the years. Gronkowski brought down by Kevin Burnett. Gronkowski couldn't break free, but he does pick up 9 on the play in that range. Let's see where they spot the football.
Clock rolling. Patriots with 2 timeouts. Brady not using one now.
Working from the gun on 2nd and short. Low throw. Gronkowski did have the step on Burnett, working his way to the perimeter. It'll be 3rd down for New England.
And if he had been able to catch this ball, he would have been able to turn up the sidelines and then just calmly step out of bounds. He had Burnett beat by about 5 yards, cutting to the outside.
Gronkowski saw a lot of double teams last week in that win over Denver. That allowed Hernandez to step forward with 9 catches, 129 yards, and a touchdown. On 3rd and 1, Brady connects with Welker, a 1st down across the 30. And they'll use a timeout. Stop the clock with 20 seconds to play in this first half. Well, Dan, we'll check out the Fouts Focus. This has been the year of the tight end around the National Football League.
And it certainly has been here in New England. Rob Gronkowski is redefining the position. 6'5", 265 pounds. He has the power to run through tacklers. He's an impossible matchup with smaller defensive backs. And in the red zone, he gives Brady that other dimension in which to throw the ball. Every 5th catch so far this season coming into today has gone for a touchdown for the 22-year-old.
Brady, wide open, Deion Branch. But he's inbounds across the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Branch could have gone out of bounds. He was looking to get more, perhaps get all the way to the end zone, but that will cost the Patriots their last time out. Right down the sidelines, left side. Brady looking all the way for his favorite receiver, Deion Branch. Drops it in over the top of Vontae Davis before the safety can get over there, Tyrone Culver.
12 seconds remaining. Branch, with his momentum, could have gone right out of bounds. Obviously, he's looking for more yardage, but costly decision there with the timeout blown by New England, and they've got no timeouts remaining.
Well, this really limits the choices now for Brady. Got to throw this ball to the sidelines in order to get into field goal range.
Right now, they're looking at a 56-yard attempt. There's the sideline hook up to Gronkowski. And it only uses up 4 seconds of the clock. 8 seconds remaining now.
Not enough time to run another play. So this is going to be a long field goal on a chilly day.
And it looks to be about a 51-yard attempt for Stephen Gostkowski. This would be his long field goal for the season. Career long is 53. Kicked that back in 09. Gostkowski misses it badly to the left. And New England still has no points to show for its efforts in the first half.
Boy, that kick really sums up the entire offensive effort and really the entire team effort for the Patriots here in the first half.
And again, the Branch decision not to go out of bounds changed the sequence of events for New England. Forced to use that final timeout. And then the domino effect, they end up with a 51-yard attempt.
And more confidence for Matt Moore and the Dolphins.
Who's the best team in the AFC?
Looks like it might be Baltimore-Pittsburgh based upon how they're doing in the first half so far.
We've got another half to go here. Things can change in a hurry, as we know, at Gillette Stadium. But this is not what people expected around the National Football League today. The Miami Dolphins with a 17-0 lead over the Patriots at halftime. Sprint halftime report is coming up after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS. 93rd all-time meeting between the Dolphins and the Patriots. Great start for Miami. It carried through in that first half. Not the case for New England. Tom Brady has been stuffed throughout the day by this Dolphins defense. As we get you ready for second half action, the Dolphins in front of the Patriots 17-0. Right now, let's take a look at the Droid Razor play presented by Motorola.
Well, a 19-yard touchdown strike. Matt Moore hitting the seam route to Brandon Marshall. And what a first half for Moore and for Marshall. Marshall over 100 yards receiving. But it's everything the Dolphins have done offensively and especially on defense. Tom Brady, I rarely see him this frustrated, but he has reason to be frustrated. He hasn't been able to do anything because of the pass pressure.
We knew Miami had improved. There was no denying that from week one to now. The question was, how much have they improved? Dolphins playing at a very high level right now, and the New England Patriots have looked completely out of sync on offense. The numbers will bear that out. 255 total yards for Miami. The Patriots held to 107 overall.
Yeah, Reggie Bush averaging over 5 yards a carry. Matt Moore hitting 10 of 19 for 179. But that's nothing new going up against this Patriots secondary. Good reason why they are last in the NFL, and they're not doing anything today to improve that stat.
New England will get the football first to start this second half. We'll see what adjustments are made by Bill Belichick and the rest of the coaching staff as Woodhead takes a knee, and they'll have it at the 20-yard line. First half possessions for the New England Patriots. This team is 11-3, and they have won 6 in a row.
But you can make adjustments, but if you don't have the people to carry them out, especially along the offensive line, you're going to be in trouble. Remember all the changes they've made. Solder now at left tackle, where Mankin started the game. He was injured early, so that offensive line has just had trouble protecting Brady throughout that first half.
Solder, rookie out of Colorado, first-round draft pick. 6'8", 319 pounds. Brady. A BB to Gronkowski on first down. Gives the fans something to cheer about. First play from scrimmage in this second half covers 22 yards from Brady to his tight end.
Well, check out the block by Nate Solder here. He's going to do a good job on Jared Odrick as Brady has time to find his tight end down the middle.
17-0 Miami in front of New England. Brady, drop ball by Wes Welker. Jeremiah Bell was closing quickly, and Welker couldn't hold on to it.
Well, it's been a frustrating day for Wes Welker. Just 2 catches for 20 yards, and he's had about 6 or 7 other plays where the defense has been right on his back and been able to keep him from making the catch.
Welker, former member of the Miami Dolphins, also played with the San Diego Chargers. 2nd and 10. Good grab there by Chad Ochocinco. He had his first touchdown as a member of the Patriots last week in the win over Denver.
If Brady had been able to give him a better pass, Ochocinco might have been able to do something with it. Watch him on the outside here, just curl into the open area here.
Where's the mic? Where's the mic?
So, new set of downs for New England to work with here. We are just underway in the 3rd quarter. Brady. Almost intercepted by Vontae Davis. It was on his hands. Ochocinco, the target for New England.
And even if Ochocinco had been able to make this catch, he had already stepped out of bounds because of the job here by Vontae Davis, forcing him all the way to the sidelines and ultimately out of bounds. You see the cap dropped by the official. That signifies that he cannot come in and be the first guy to touch the ball.
Tom Brady, 47-12 against the AFC East in his career. 2nd and 10 for New England. Brady guns underneath to Welker. Not a whole lot there. 4-yard gain for Wes Welker off the catch. Dansby and Bell combined to bring him down.
Watch the blitz here by Will Allen. That gets Brady, sees him coming clean. He knows he has to get rid of that ball quickly. Short completion to Welker.
Number 2 passing team of the NFL, averaging 319 yards per game. New Orleans is number 1. This is a 3rd and 6. Brady pointing out on the right side. Flags came down. Hernandez was on that right side.
But
for New England.
But there was a Dolphin that jumped earlier.
Infraction. Number 70 on the defense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Yep, Kendall Langford. Guilty party for Miami.
Yeah, but that didn't influence Hernandez jumping off sides on the outside. At best, this should be offsetting penalties. False start against Hernandez and neutral zone infraction against Langford.
So instead of 3rd and 6, it's now 3rd and 1 for New England.
Here's Langford. Here's Hernandez.
On 3rd and 1. Stephen Ridley. Boy, it's close. They're going to measure it.
They like the potential of Ridley. Bigger back at 225 pounds. More of a slasher. This is going to be close. And obviously, I would think that the Patriots would go for it on 4th and inches.
Yeah, considering where they are on the field right now, it's just a matter of whether or not they get the first down now, or they're going to be forced to go for it on 4th down.
They're going to be forced to go for it. I mean, how many times have we seen number 12 hurry up to the line of scrimmage with the offense, go on a quick count, try to catch the defense off sides, and sneak ahead for the first down? Brady is good as anybody ever at that particular part of the game.
Fourth and inches. First possession of the second half. New England trailing Miami 17-0 here in week 16. And that's the call for Brady. First down, Pats.
People just don't realize how strong Tom Brady is. 6'4", 225 pounds. He just keeps his legs driving and spinning. And he picked up a full yard there. Another Dolphin injured on that play.
And that is Kevin Burnett, the inside linebacker, checking out the right leg of Burnett.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Kevin Burnett able to walk off the field on his own. He's replaced by Ike Alama Francis. They move the chains for New England. A 1st and 10 with 12:28 to play in the 3rd. Just short of the 30-yard line. Brady operating out of the gun. Another low throw. Wes Welker, the intended receiver.
Let's go back to the Burnett injury on the quarterback sneak here. They're all looking for that quarterback sneak too, aren't they? He shoots the gap and just kind of gets caught up in the wash there. He's being still checked out on the sidelines.
Now Patriots basically going exclusive with the pass now.
You guys sort it.
2nd and 10.
Oh, right, Louis.
9th play of the drive. Pump, tip ball, and it floats into the arms of Deion Branch. So off the deflection, give him a gain of 4.5.
Great reaction by Branch as the ball is deflected there. Philip Merlin got up in the air. Shows the velocity that Brady throws with, that it can be tipped and still get to the receiver.
Being told that Burnett's injury was a shoulder injury, his return is questionable. 3rd and 5 now for the Pats. They try the quick hitter out on the flat, Deion Branch, and that ball bounced at the feet of Branch. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
It's just simple. You're just seeing a guy that's uncomfortable in the pocket today. The quick throw out here, you just never see Tom Brady miss a receiver like that. Just the way the tempo was set by this Miami defense with their variety of blitzes, their pressures that they've been able to put in Brady's face, and it's really taken a toll.
Patriots looking for their first points of the day. A 45-yard field goal attempt. Steven Gostkowski. It's good. And it's 17-3 Miami. 3rd quarter action continues live from Foxborough.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. AT&T. Get it faster with 4G. Rethink possible. And by Jaguar. See the new model year lineup at jaguarusa.com.
Santa's all over the place. Santa's Workshop producing a helper for us along the sideline, getting you all the sounds from the action today here at Gillette Stadium. 17-3 Miami in front. 11:39 to go in the 3rd quarter, and Gostkowski kicking it off for the Patriots with Clyde Gates deep for Miami. Moves forward from the 5. Gates has got a crease. Tripped up by Gostkowski. Right now we have an injury update. Adrian Peterson, JB, has more in New York.
As Dan knows, this is an unforgiving game.
And running backs are never overpaid. One hit, and this could be it. Dijon Gomes of the Washington Redskins hits Adrian Peterson low on his left knee. It doesn't look good. He was helped to his feet, carted to the locker room, being examined. We do not expect his return. Christian Ponder sustained a concussion. He will not return.
Ian and Dan.
All right, JB, Shannon, thank you. On 1st down for Miami, Reggie Bush gets the call, and Bush will get 2 yards on the gain. Dane Fletcher involved in that stop for New England.
Well, the Patriots offensively came out. They did get points on the board, not as many as they would have liked on that initial drive of the 2nd half, but now it's up to the defense. How about the tackle by Gostkowski on that kickoff return? If he doesn't dive out there and make that stop, Gates scores.
2nd and 8 for Miami. Reggie Bush on the day, 83 yards on the ground, 14 receiving. More to throw it. Offline. Will Yeatman, rookie out of Maryland, getting some action today because of the Fasano injury. And Yeatman, the intended receiver. First half possessions for Miami.
Yeah, it was a good start for the Dolphins to get that opening field goal. Then after a couple of punts, Matt Moore got real hot. Found Brandon Marshall for a touchdown, and then his fullback, Charles Clay, for the 2nd score.
Matt Moore was a 3rd baseman. He was drafted by the Angels back in 2004 in the 22nd round of the Major League Baseball draft. He considered it, but decided to stick with football, which turned out to be the right call. Moore loses it. Off the exchange, the Patriots recover, and it's big Vince Wilfork. 2nd fumble recovery of the season for Wilfork, and maybe the spark that New England needed here in the early stages of the 3rd quarter.
Now they're going to get great field position. Watch Wilfork. He'll see this ball just laying on the ground. Bad exchange between Pouncey and Moore. Looked like Moore wasn't quite ready for the snap, and Wilfork was there for the recovery. Great reaction by the 8-year vet.
So New England takes over inside the Miami 40, trailing by 14. Aaron Hernandez is in the backfield with Brady, and flags come down.
And Jason Taylor was in the backfield with Hernandez and Brady too. He's claiming he was pulled off sides, but he clearly jumped.
Offside, number 99. Defense, 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
Watch out quickly. Jason Taylor's going to jump off sides here. He saw Gronkowski moving, but he clearly offsides.
1st and 5 for the Patriots. Double tight end set, Gronkowski and Hernandez. From the gun, Brady. Protection holds up. Brady hits Wes Welker. Dolphins claim it's incomplete. The officials spot the football at the 21. It's a 12-yard hookup.
And Brady's going to hurry his team to the line of scrimmage before this replay can get off, because he knew he threw another low one. Looked like Welker got his hands underneath it for a good catch.
Kevin Burnett is back out there for Miami. Hernandez spilled out as he picks up a yard on the play. Burnett ranging over to make the play defensively for Miami.
Miami's so desperate to find a running attack. So far today, they've run the ball 12 times for just 37 yards.
New England Patriots come in 20th overall in rushing, 107.6 yards per game. 2nd and 9 for the Pats. 5 receivers set. Brady gets rid of it to Welker. So chipping away here at this Miami defense. That's 6 yards. Brady to Welker. It'll be 3rd and 3. Robert Kraft, principal owner of the Patriots since 1994 and a former season ticket holder starting back in 1971. And another season big one for this franchise.
I think he's got better season tickets now.
You think? Brady in stride. He's got Hernandez. 1st down, Patriots. They are inside the Miami 10. 8 yards on the catch and run.
Yeah, in stride and in rhythm. Look, 2 steps bouncing in the pocket. Nobody near him. Clear throwing lane. Another completion.
Brady to Hernandez. Trying to cut it inside to the end zone. Vontae Davis combining with Rashad Jones. Young defensive backs, and shaken up on the play is Davis. 2nd and goal for the Patriots.
I don't think that Tom Brady doesn't notice that Vontae Davis is a little slow getting up. I'd be surprised if Brady doesn't go in his direction, especially with Gronkowski out here now. It's a pretty good matchup for Brady.
2nd and goal from the 3. Patriots trying to climb back into this one. Benjarvis Green-Ellis slicing and hits a wall at the 1-yard line.
That's a great tackle by Carlos Dansby. He saw Benjarvis Green-Ellis coming. He shot the gap. Watch from the beats the block of the center Conley.
Woodhead in the backfield. 3rd and goal for New England. Shotgun for Brady. On 3rd down. Brady out of the pocket. Brady guns. Touchdown. Deion Branch. And the Patriots are right back in it. The fumble recovery by Vince Wilfork, and New England takes advantage. That extra point away from a 17-10 ball game.
It's tough on defensive backs down here because they're told not to go any deeper than 5 yards. So receivers are taught to go to the back of the end zone and work the back line. Good job by Branch doing exactly that. Here he is. Watch him work the middle here, and then Brady is going to have enough patience. As Brady was a perfect 5 for 5 on the drive, Branch does not step out of the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots.
And they're going to take a look at that, whether or not Branch was clearly inbounds. The way we saw it, he was 2 feet down, back of the end zone.
A couple of things to look at here in the back of the end zone as Branch is working against Vontae Davis. The back judge here is Greg Steed. Check his eyes. He's not looking at the feet of Deion Branch. He looks now to see if he's in the end zone, which he clearly is. And he did not step out of bounds.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. It is a touchdown.
Touchdown stands. Brady to Branch. 7 plays, 38 yards. They score off the fumble recovery. And Gostowski on for the point after to make it 17-10. Seven-point game here in New England. 7:10 to play in the third. Brady to Branch. Ownership likes it. High fives.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by T-Mobile. Give the gift of our fastest smartphones on America's largest 4G network. And by National Car Rental. Go national. Go like a pro.
Rough first half for the New England Patriots. Different story in this second half is now 17-10 Miami in front with just over 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Gostowski will kick it off after the Branch touchdown reception from Tom Brady. Deion Branch, his 5th touchdown of the year. For Brady, touchdown number 36. Gates, the return man. Gates is bottled up at the 16-yard line. Kyle Arrington on special teams. They limit Gates. See if Matt Moore can get his team back together on offense. Let's go back to the touchdown, Dan.
Well, the pass rush by Cameron Wake as he overpowers the rookie Marcus Cannon, but Brady fades enough in the pocket to get away from him, buys just enough time for Branch to work on Vontae Davis. Remember, Davis was shaken up 2 plays before this. He loses track of Branch in the back of the end zone, and a heck of a play by quarterback and receiver.
Matt Moore on first down. Moore is dumped. Brandon Dederick for New England. It's a loss of 9 on the play, and you can feel the shift here in Foxborough.
Yeah, Dederick, number 71 from the right side, is going to get by John Jerry. But Moore had a lot of time to throw. You just can't hold on to the ball this long when momentum is going against you. You're backed up into the own end of your field. You've just fumbled on the previous offensive play. 2 negative plays in a row now for Matt Moore.
Both teams have 3 sacks on the day. This is a 2nd and 19 for the Dolphins. Reggie Bush cutting it back. Bush to the 16-yard line. 8-yard gain. Sergio Brown with the stop. And some words being exchanged. We've seen jawing throughout the afternoon between these two teams.
And another injured Patriot defender on the sidelines now, just short of the sidelines at about the 20-yard line. Bush roughed up a little bit by Gerard Mayo, but that's Ihedebo, another safety hurt for the Patriots.
Safety James Ihedebo hurt on the last play, appears to be okay. So wide receiver Matthew Slater, who has been in there at safety over the last few weeks, just because out of necessity this patchwork group on defense based on injuries is now on the field. 3rd and 11. Moore steps, unable to release it, and the ball is loose. Ninkovich over there defensively for New England. Looks like Pouncey was able to pounce on the football.
It's a play by Mike Pouncey to get after that fumble. But again, Moore holding the ball a long time. He's got good protection at first, but Ninkovich comes off the block of Mark Colombo and forces this fumble.
It bounced right to Pouncey, who was able to recover, and Miami will punt it away, but deep in its own territory. Brandon Fields, the 5th-year punter, averaging 49 yards per kick this season. Julian Edelman was deep. Ball caught by Kevin Falk. in front of Edelman, and excellent field position for New England to open up this drive after a 38-yard punt and a 7-yard return. And you can feel the pendulum swinging here in New England in favor of the Patriots. Tuesday, the Stars turn out to honor Meryl Streep, Neil Diamond, and more. It's a legendary evening at the Kennedy Center Honors, Tuesday only. CBS. A struggle for Tom Brady in the first half. 9 of 13 with a touchdown here in the second half, and a 1st and 10 at the 41 of Miami. Welker on the end around. Wes Welker getting to the perimeter, hit by Sean Smith of the Dolphins. 7-yard gain on the ground for Welker.
Those are the type of plays that you can run when you have momentum and you have good field position. 2 starting drives now, and back-to-back, great field position for Brady.
2nd and 3. Falk is in there to help with blocking. Catch made by Welker, and a 1st down across the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the hookup.
And that time the Dolphins came with pressure, leaving their defensive backs man-to-man, and Welker working against man-to-man. In fact, Welker beats double teams most of the time. That's how good he is.
And the dinking and dunking is beginning to wear down this Miami defense. Brady pump, Brady throw. It's Welker again. Hit by Jeremiah Bell. 3-yard gain for Welker.
And that's one of the impressive things about their win in Denver last week, is they had a number of 80-yard drives, which is tough to do in that thin air. But because they're in such good condition, because of this up-tempo offense that they run, even late in the season, it helps their offensive linemen sustain their conditioning throughout the game.
But also no panic. They got down to Denver last week. They recovered. They win the game. They're down to Miami, and they appear to be recovering here in this second half. Brady hits Hernandez in stride, and he almost took it the distance. Tripped up. Aaron Hernandez veering to the outside for a pickup of 10.
Look at Brady's eyes. Those are a lot more confident eyes than we saw in the first quarter. Good tackle by Will Allen. Hernandez is in the end zone.
Working quickly now, New England. 2 or more offensive touchdowns in 44 straight games. Longest streak in NFL history. Ridley. Banged down by Bell, but Ridley lowering the shoulder for a 5-yard pickup.
And that was a good example of watch Merling try to get out here and make the tackle on Ridley. Maybe a little bit earlier in the game, if he wasn't so worn down, he might have been able to stop Ridley in the backfield.
2nd and 5 for New England, down by 7. Inside handoff. Ridley, a blast up the middle, just short of the goal line. Carlos Dansby holding on for dear life, and Ridley almost took it in. First and goal. Brady, quarterback sneak, attempting to push the pile. He's in. Touchdown, Patriots. New England working quickly, and they've gotten themselves within 1 point of the Miami Dolphins, and they've done it in a hurry in this 3rd quarter.
Everybody knows it's coming. Look at the Dolphins. They're all jamming in the middle, but Brady just continues to churn away.
Back-to-back games for Brady with a rushing touchdown, his first 2 of the season. Extra point, Stephen Gostkowski. Whole new ball game, just like that. We're tied at 17. Patriots have controlled the action in this 3rd quarter.
Well, when you get great field position as they've gotten because of the turnovers and the poor punt and some shaky play from the quarterback Matt Moore, the Patriots and Tom Brady taking advantage of every opportunity here to get back and tie this one up.
Tom Brady, 184 yards through the air and a touchdown. Also has a rushing touchdown. The defense creating some breaks for New England in this second half, and Brady has taken advantage of them.
Well, a lot of up-tempo, quick throws. Receivers getting open. And Brady stretching across the goal line to get the ball into the end zone. Heads up, knew his knees were not down. He was laying on top of a player. Still had a chance to extend the ball without being stopped short. But Miami, in this second half, they've had the ball twice. They've run 6 plays. They fumbled once, and they have a total of a -5 yards. What happened to them in the locker room at halftime?
Knotted up at 17 apiece. Patriots will kick off. Gostowski to Clyde Gates. Returnable. Gates gets stood up at the 20-yard line. New Year's Day, the playoff puzzle falls into place with an NFL on CBS doubleheader featuring key games with playoff implications. It all starts with the NFL Today, presented by Southwest Airlines, noon Eastern time, right here on CBS. Hope you'll ring in the new year with us next week. A lot of business still to take care of in Week 16 before that smoke begins to clear for Week 17. First and 10 on a quick hitter. Brandon Marshall turns it upfield. Marshall breaking free across the 30-yard line, and a first down for the Dolphins.
And James Hedebo is back in the game, but he injured his shoulder in the previous possession. And he's going to come up, try to make this tackle on Marshall. And Marshall, with a really sharp move there, gets inside Hedebo and picks up a really important first down for the Dolphins.
Gets loose for 13 yards. It quiets the crowd as well with 1:40 to go in the third. At least for a moment. Bush in the backfield. Reggie Bush slipped through the hole for a gain of 5.
That was a heck of a run by Reggie Bush. That's right about his average for the year, 5 yards per carry. But he just shows you how difficult he is to tackle as the first tackler. Really working well in sync with that offensive line.
97 yards for Reggie Bush on the ground. He's got 4 100-yard rushing days this season, 3 in a row. Bush over 100 yards for the 4th consecutive week. 8-yard gain for Reggie Bush.
Well, what the Dolphins are doing is they're going to their playmakers. On first down, it was Brandon Marshall with the swing pass, and then the last 2, it's been to this man, Reggie Bush. Over 100 yards again for Bush. He told us last night that he enjoys the variety of running plays that Brian Daboll has put into this offense for him.
On a pitch for Bush. Takes it straight ahead, now bouncing it to the outside. Flag is down as Bush got caught from behind by Sean Ellis of New England.
They may get Charles Clay for holding on Dane Fletcher as Bush jumped to the outside. That's the difficult thing about blocking for him.
Number 68, offense, 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
That's Richie Incognito, the left guard. Incognito is right here. It's going to be a takedown on Kyle Love. I'm not sure that's holding, though. Looked like a pretty good job.
Well, Vince Wilfork telling our group that Richie Incognito, he has a lot of respect for him. He's a fighter, a scrapper. He plays with his heart on his sleeve. He said they're both feisty. One of the last meetings between the two teams, before the game, Wilfork said to him, hey, let's just not get fined today, okay? We know it's going to get a little dicey in there. They both agreed. End of the third quarter. Dolphins and Patriots deadlocked at 17. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
The walk is out, and that's what Christmas is all about. The time is now.
late wake-up call for the New England Patriots today, but they have turned things around in the second half. We are tied at 17 as we start play in this fourth quarter. Moore taking the snap on 1st and 20. Dump off for Reggie Bush. Bush dances his way out near midfield, getting past the original line of scrimmage and picks up 12 on the quick hitter.
He's just a video game runner, isn't he? I mean, you can't teach these moves. He's got a million of them. Caught that ball in space and just started licking his chops, didn't he? The linebacker man for man.
Well, he was always a dangerous receiver with New Orleans. The question was whether or not he could be a featured back. He has answered that question this season, especially in the second half of the year with Miami. 2nd and 8. Bush stayed on his feet, but there were reinforcements there for New England. Second man in was Devin McCourty. And it's going to set up 3rd and long for the Dolphins.
Dolphins have, after a good start on 3rd downs, the second half, they haven't been able to convert one yet. And so far for the game, and just 3 out of 10. This one is critical, really, for both teams.
Third and 10 for the Miami Dolphins. Just underway in the fourth quarter. Quick count out of the gun. Moore throws on an out route. Brian Hartline the catch. Will it be enough for a first down? Hartline is limping off the field. And the spot initially indicated no.
I think they're going to give it to him.
Now they've spotted the football, and it looks to be enough.
Like Hartline just slipped as he was coming out of his break. This might be a good place for Belichick to think about challenging this spot. I think they gave him forward progress before he caught the ball.
I think Belichick is going to challenge it. They just showed it on the big screen here at Gillette Stadium. The fans reacted to it. And Belichick keeps it in his right sock.
New England is challenging the ruling on the field as it pertains to the spot. Timeout.
Well, that's a high tube sock for Bill Belichick. He's got to dig deep for the red flag. They're going to take a look at this one.
You're watching the NFL on CBS.
This is what Belichick is challenging, whether Hartline makes the catch. Obviously, you can see needed to get to the 44-yard line. Ball is in his possession right there. I think this is a good spot by the officials. When he comes down, he's short of the 44, but when he originally made the catch, he had enough for the first down.
The ruling on the field stands. New England will be charged with a timeout, and that is their last challenge of the day.
And the first challenge that Belichick has not been right on all season. Belichick still stating his case to the side judge.
Definitely worth the challenge, though. It would have brought up a 4th down in inches if Hartline was ruled to be short of the 44.
12:48 to go in the fourth quarter. Dolphins are on the move. 1st and 10 at the 44 of New England. Take the handoff to Bush. Moore, deep ball, a floater, intercepted. Devin McCourty, his first kick of the season.
Yeah, I don't know if Matt Moore has played in this stadium before, but he's throwing right into the alleyway, if you will, in this stadium where the wind blows. And that wind's not blowing all that strong, but it's strong enough to hold this ball up because Hartline is 2 yards beyond McCourty. You can see they both have to stop and adjust. Hartline touches him down here at the 2-yard line, but that ball hung up in the wind on Matt Moore, and an easy pick for McCourty. That's his first interception of the season, and he celebrates with Ninkovich.
A Pro Bowler last year when he had 7 interceptions. It sets New England up with a 1st and 10 at its own 2-yard line. 5 receivers set. Brady to throw. He's got Gronkowski. Gronkowski breaking tackles. 1st down, Patriots 20 yards on the catch and rumble.
Gronkowski looking like Bronco Nagurski on this play. Watch him break tackles. There's Jeremiah Bell. There's Sean Smith. And finally, it takes 2 guys to bring him down outside the 20.
That's a lot of skis.
And bruises.
On the outside, Wes Welker. Brady really getting into a rhythm in this second half. That's 10 straight completions now for Tom Brady.
And no pass rush, no pressure, no blitzes, nobody getting near number 12.
A flip of the script in this second half. All the things Miami was able to do defensively, they have not been able to do since halftime. Brady getting out of the pocket, slides down. Looking to see if there would be a flag. Jared Odrick forced Brady out of the pocket. It's a 5-yard gain for Tom Brady.
Yeah, heads up by Brady. He felt Odrick. Never saw him, but that's being the veteran of 12 years that Brady is. Felt Odrick coming on the blind side.
1st down for New England, just short of the 35. Stephen Ridley gets an opportunity. Ridley breaks a tackle down low and gets out in space. 16-yard rip for the rookie out of LSU. Vontae Davis whiffed initially.
And it looks like Vontae Davis is down, injured on the play, way behind where the tackle was made by Burnett and Bell. There's the missed tackle by Vontae Davis right there.
Dolphins medical staff checking out Davis as we step aside.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Droid Razor by Motorola. Droid strong, razor sharp. New York Life Insurance Company. And by the Volkswagen Sign Then Drive event, where you can drive away in any new 2012 VW for practically just your signature.
Back here in New England, where the Patriots and the Miami Dolphins are all tied up. Our great crew that works with us throughout the season, braving the conditions here in Foxborough, and our thanks to everybody on our CBS Sports team.
Here, here. Happy holidays, everybody.
Injury to Vontae Davis. He was able to walk off to the Miami sideline. Nolan Carroll in for him. Brady with a touch pass, broken up. Carroll was turned around, but it hit him. Deion Branch, the intended receiver for the Pats.
Yeah, Davis missed the tackle on the running back, Stephen Ridley, right there, and it looked like it might be an elbow injury. They're checking out his left arm on the sidelines. But that's the power of Ridley at 225.
Movement on that left side for New England. It's going to work against the Patriots.
False start, number 81 offense. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
And that's Aaron Hernandez, 4th penalty against the Pats. 6 have been charged to Miami here today.
It's really one of the few errors that the Patriots have committed here in the second half.
Trailed 17-0 at the half against the Chicago Bears back in 2002. Brady, touch pass to Wes Welker. Perfectly thrown ball by Tom Brady. On time to Welker, and a mismatch against the linebacker, Kevin Burnett.
That looked a lot like the 99-yarder back in game 1, didn't it? Brady finding Welker streaking down the field. Perfect pass.
Give to Ridley. Knifing through this Miami defense. A 42-yard pass play. Brady to Welker.
Yeah, he called it absolutely right. Whenever you get a linebacker on any of your receivers, that's exactly where you want to go with the ball. A safety coming over late to help out Burnett.
Penalty, 2nd down.
Penalty called
Still 1st down.
against New England. So back it up. It is an elbow injury for Vontae Davis. His return is questionable. Pats penalized 5 yards on a false start. 1st and 15 now for New England.
You know, Brady was sacked 3 times in that first half. At one point he had as many sacks as he has had completions. So far in the second half he's been absolutely perfect. Knocked down that one time when he threw a touchdown pass to Branch in the back of the end zone.
See if Brady will try to take advantage of the weakness now with Davis on the Miami sideline. Nolan Carroll in for him. 252 yards for Tom Brady. On 1st down. Out of the pocket. Brady deep drop and throws it away. Kendall Langford among those providing the pressure on Brady. Well, Tom Brady's got a cut on his nose. You figure, well, that's got to be a football injury. No. The scratch came from his son Benjamin. And Tom said, hey, we got to cut his nails.
I asked him did that happen in the Denver game on that quarterback sneak when he kind of got roughed up. The face mask was pushed down onto his face. He got up and spiked the ball hard in the end zone. No, it was Benjamin.
Well, Benjamin's a tough defender, apparently.
He got into his grill.
2nd and 15. Ridley up the middle out across the 15-yard line. That's a 5-yard pickup for Ridley. Tom Brady now has a career high in yards for the season. 4,845. These numbers are insane. Brady, Breeze, Eli Manning, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Brady's got a good shot at Dan Marino's record now after his performance so far today with 252 yards passing, and he ain't done yet.
3rd and long for New England. Tied at 17. Brady, pressure coming, and Brady is sacked. Randy Starks busting through for the Dolphins.
Let's check out Starks. 3.5 sacks now on the season for him, working against Donald Thomas, and he just overpowers Thomas. Brady could not get away. That's a big sack on a 3rd down. Penalty and then a sack. That makes it a little bit longer field goal now for the Pates.
Donald Thomas, former Miami Dolphin, drafted back in 2008 in the 6th round. 42-yard attempt is good. Gostowski puts the Pats in front. 20-17. We're in the 4th quarter in New England.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Here we go. And by Subway Restaurants. Get your own Subway steak melt today.
Week 16 here in the NFL, joining you from Foxborough, and aerial coverage of today's game being provided by MetLife. Another sellout here at Gillette Stadium, 68,756. 1st and 10 for the Dolphins, down by 3. Give us to Reggie Bush. And Bush goes down at the 31-yard line. It's a 1st down for Bush, who slipped a bit, making his way upfield. Gain of 11.
Just a tremendous burst by Reggie Bush as he gets in behind the good block. John Jerry at left tackle there. Bush picks up the 1st down. The important first play of this drive for the Dolphins. That's just their 14th play of the second half.
113 yards on the ground for Reggie Bush. Trying to set up the screen, and it's over the head of Bush. Mayo came over defensively. 2nd and 10 for Miami.
And Brandon Dedrick got a good pass rush that time. It looked like it may have affected the delivery by Moore, but he threw that ball well behind Reggie Bush.
Dolphins 1-0 under interim head coach Todd Bowles. His 4th year with the organization, the secondary coach. Spent 8 years in the NFL as a safety with Washington and San Francisco, a Super Bowl champion, Super Bowl 22. Moore breaking loose and then throws it away. Dane Fletcher had a chance to bring him down.
And he had a receiver over here where he threw the ball. Devon Best was standing around the sidelines. That's a heck of a play by Moore. The blitz right up the middle by Dane Fletcher. Watch Fletcher come in here, but on the outside where Moore throws the ball, he's going to have Devon Best. Here's Best coming over. And he threw the ball over the bench, so that may call that intentional grounding. If you throw it a little bit closer to Best, it may not be. They're still discussing it, though.
There is no foul for intentional grounding. Number 15 was in the area. Even though the quarterback was in the pocket, there was the receiver in the area. Therefore, it's an incomplete pass, and it will be third down.
Good job by the officials huddling up, making sure they're all on the same page.
Well, what about the effort by Moore to get away from Fletcher and just fling this ball? He knew in the back of his mind, or at least he was hoping he had somebody over there. Best just happened to be in the area code.
Everybody we talked to yesterday, we asked him about Matt Moore. He said the one thing about him, he's very cool. Never seems to get rattled. 3rd and 10. He's rattled now. Jerod Mayo. First sack of the season for the Pro Bowl linebacker.
Yeah, Moore was stumbling coming back from the center. May have got his foot stepped on right there by his left guard Richie Incognito. And Mayo is there for the sack. There was no holding the Mayo that time.
Maybe a little extra Mayo, though. You should strike that from the record right now.
Both of ours.
Fields punting. Kevin Falk, the man in front, takes it to the 41-yard line. Tomorrow on 60 Minutes, a journey to some of the most important sites in all of Christianity on a special Christmas edition of 60 Minutes. That's tomorrow only. CBS. Patriots with a 3-point lead over the Miami Dolphins. 7:42 to go in the fourth quarter. New England has the football on its own 41-yard line. Mayo now with 13 tackles on the day. Brady will operate out of the gun. Fake the handoff, and Jarvis Green Ellis throw it out to Gronkowski, turns it upfield, bang down at midfield. It's a gain of 9. Jeremiah Bell with the hit. Pittsburgh now 11-4 after the victory. New England at 11-3 would maintain a 1-game lead in the AFC if the Patriots hold on to get the win here.
Baltimore holding the tiebreaker over the Steelers and leading now 20-14 at the 2-minute warning.
3-yard gain. Tom Brady picks up the first down, and we will go under the 7-minute mark now in the fourth quarter. On a handoff for Stephen Ridley. Ridley up the gut for 1.
So it's always a little bit dicey handing the ball to a rookie. This type of situation is ball security much more important now than extra yardage.
2nd and 9 now for the Patriots. Shotgun, Brady pats the ball, throws. Deion Branch, intended receiver, coverage there from Nolan Carroll.
And that time Cameron Wake came in and caused that incompletion. Good pressure there as he gets inside of Gronkowski and hits the quarterback right in the back. Oh, that hurts.
Brady gave Wake praise in our meeting with him, saying that I'll know where he is. He's a very good player. He shows his skill level on film. 3rd and 9 for New England. They handle the rush underneath. Can Welker create after the catch? He can. And it's right at the first down marker. Dolphins don't like the spot.
Welker has such great quickness.
It's enough.
And
First down.
Good leverage. And watch him get underneath Carroll here. And just enough for the first down before Jason Taylor can come over and add a little extra.
Patriots got a good spot on that play from Welker. And a new set of downs for New England to work with at the 37 of Miami. Brady hits Welker again. Welker angles out of bounds, and now the Pats picking up chunks of yards against this Miami defense. That's good for 22.
Again, it's the inside receiver. Here's Welker working to the outside here. That quickness, just no match in there, as Will Allen just can't keep up.
11 catches, 132 yards for the NFL's leading receiver, Wes Welker. At the 15, Brady in rhythm to Gronkowski. Stays on his feet. Gronkowski hit 3 times before he finally goes down. It's a gain of 5 for the Pats.
And really the only thing the Dolphins can do is pull Gronkowski's socks down. Watch him bounce off tacklers here. You see his socks are up now, but at the end of this, they're going to be all the way down. The left one's down, now the right one's down, and he's out of bounds. What a player. How many options does Brady have when he's going like this? Totally different than the first half, but he's getting time to throw here in the second.
2nd and 4 for New England. Down to 4.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Just inside the 10. Ridley turns the corner and ducks out of bounds. They'll mark him out after a 3-yard gain for Ridley.
You add up all these yards, it comes to 298 for Tom Brady. And again, the top 3, Welker, Gronkowski, Hernandez, all inside receivers. Who needs a running game?
Patriots facing a 3rd and 1. Ridley remains in there. Play clock down to 2. Brady will call a timeout. And the Patriots have 1 remaining. They lost 1 on a failed challenge from Bill Belichick. Coming up, Subway postgame show. JB and Company, the latest NFL scores and highlights. It's all coming up on the Subway postgame show.
Well, they have a lot to talk about with all the playoff implications and what a weekend it's going to be next week.
Looks like there are going to be a couple of games that will have some meaning, not only for potential playoff spots, but of course seeding as well. How about the combination? Belichick and Brady, 122 wins, the most ever for a head coach quarterback combo in NFL history.
Phenomenal mark right there, and they're not even close to stopping this relationship.
3rd and 1. Ridley's got a first down. 2-yard gain. Pats are inside the Dolphins 5.
And right now the Dolphins ought to be thinking about using their timeouts.
Patriots are going to the playoffs for the 13th time since Robert Kraft bought the team in 1994. What a run.
Yeah, give him a whole bunch of that credit for Brady and Belichick too. Put all 3 of them together in that category.
10th play of the drive. 1st and goal from the Miami 4. Ridley battling. And they'll rule him down after forward progress. Gave him a gain of 2.5. Jeremiah Bell in on that stop for the Dolphins. 9th straight year of 10 or more wins, and a win today. It would be the 6th time they've won 12 or more games in a season with Tom Brady at quarterback. Second and goal for New England. Brady sticks the helmet down. He's got it. Touchdown, Patriots. Second rushing touchdown of the day for Tom Brady. And the Pats build on their lead here in the late stages of the fourth quarter.
This is about 4 or 5 times today that Brady has either converted a first down on a sneak or a touchdown, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And that one was the no doubter as he got across the goal line before the Dolphins could get anywhere near him.
Tom Brady went to Serra High School in San Mateo, California. We asked him to rank the top 3 athletes in his high school's history. He said Barry Bonds, Lynn Swann, and Greg Jeffries. I think he was being humble because he's got to be in there.
Well, he wasn't going to name himself, but I'm surprised he didn't mention Jim or Steve Williams in that crowd.
I'm sorry, who? Who's that?
Those are my cousins.
They also went there?
Yeah, they were pretty good athletes, too.
Would you put them in the top 50?
No. But I mentioned them. Yeah, I told him I would mention them on Christmas Eve.
Nice holiday spirit by you. 27-17 New England. The Baltimore Ravens have gotten a win here in week 16. So the Ravens are 11-4. They've got the tiebreak over Pittsburgh after sweeping the Steelers this season. New England with a win would maintain the 1-game lead in the AFC playoff picture for the #1 overall seed come playoff time in the AFC. Second time in his career that Tom Brady has 2 rushing touchdowns in a game. The first time came against Washington back in 2007.
But a totally different second half this was from the first half. The Dolphins could do absolutely nothing wrong in the first half, offensively or defensively. And in the second half, their mistakes and a hot quarterback by the name of Tom Brady has turned this thing totally around.
27 unanswered points for the New England Patriots. And they've got a 10-point lead with 2:56 remaining. Gostowski kicks off. Clyde Gates through his hands. And out to the 20-yard line for Miami.
This is how the Patriots came back here in the second half to get the fumble by Matt Moore, recovered by Vince Wilfork. That led to this touchdown at the back of the end zone. Brady to Branch, and then talked about those 2 rushing touchdowns. There they are on the quarterback sneak. One time going over his right guard, the other time going over his left guard. And both times behind big center Dan Connolly.
What a difference, first half to second half on both sides. Miami just has not been able to move the football. Moore, a little bit short on that throw to Charles Clay. Incomplete.
Well, I think Dane Fletcher may have got a hand on this one. Ball was just slightly underthrown to Clay, or Clay might have gone all the way to the end zone. He got behind Fletcher. Watch the right hand of Fletcher here. Just caught his elbow. Ball slightly underthrown again by Matt Moore. He's been a different quarterback here in the second half.
13 of 27, 214 yards. 2 touchdowns and an interception. Injury for Miami, and it's Reggie Bush.
And remember, Daniel Thomas was injured in the first half and has not returned. Bush limping on his right leg. Horrible sign for Dolphins fans.
139 total yards today for Bush. He did crack the 1,000-yard mark on the ground this season with his efforts today. Bush flexing that right leg, and he will gingerly make his way to the Miami sideline.
Let's see if we can find out what happened to Reggie here. He's lined up right here. He's going to release out of the backfield. And see if we can check out his right leg here. Just a misstep, perhaps. Sprained ankle, twisted knee. Who's hard to tell from that picture.
Well, Todd Bowles, we asked him about Bush this year. He said he's doing things he did in college and the first few years in New Orleans. The big key that he's been healthy and maintained his health. Bush forced to the sideline here in late stages of the fourth. Slant. Marshall drops the football. Incomplete.
This was real close to a catch and a fumble. McCourty comes in quickly and just gets his right hand on the ball. Marshall's slow to tuck this one away. And had it away from his body, and that allowed McCourty to punch it loose.
Taking a look at the right knee of Reggie Bush. Cincinnati a winner today in Week 16. Great turnaround season for the Bengals. Marvin Lewis. Andy Dalton has looked poised as a rookie QB. Floater. Brandon Marshall. McCourty catches him from behind, but not before Brandon Marshall is able to break free for 41 yards.
Yeah, with a 10-point lead, that's really a risky defensive call by Belichick, coming with the all-out blitz. His secondary has been under fire all year. Marshall gets behind McCourty. That's close to being a touchdown.
From the 39, Moore with 2:15 to go. And Moore throws it away, skies it over the head of Lex Hilliard. Incomplete.
Dolphins have all three, plus the stoppage at the 2-minute warning. If that ball was thrown just a little bit farther for Brandon Marshall, he might have been able to catch it and break away from McCourty. I doubt we'll see any more blitzes from Belichick.
Hilliard is in there replacing Bush. Daniel Thomas not available either after getting banged up earlier today. Moore from the gun slings it over the middle to Brian Hartline. And Hartline has got a first down as we will hit the 2-minute warning here in the fourth quarter. 10-point lead for New England. Miami, though, on the move. Back to Foxborough in a moment. Don't forget, coming up, Subway postgame show. JB and the rest of the crew, latest NFL scores and highlights, and a look at the playoff picture, all coming up on the Subway postgame show. Ian Eagle, Dan Fouts, the rest of our CBS crew here in New England. Patriots 27, Dolphins 17. Pats have won 6 in a row. Dolphins with a 1st and 10. Moore throwing to Davon Bess. Curls it upfield for a first down out near the 15-yard line. That's good for 14 yards.
That's just Bess's second catch of the day, and that's a real important one. Gets the first down, gets out of bounds, and just a couple of seconds, 6 seconds go off the clock. So the Dolphins can keep from having to use a timeout here.
Quarterback comparison. Moore looked very sharp in the first half. Tom Brady has been tremendous in the second half. Matt Moore throws it. End zone. Caught by Bess. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Phenomenal throw by Matt Moore. A lot of touch. He let the ball go before Bess was even clear. Bess with a great reaction to the ball. Watch left side of the screen. 15 is Bess. He's going to the corner. Look how soon Moore let that ball go. How much arc he put on the ball, and the adjustment to it by Bess, staying inbounds. Touchdown, Dolphins. Phenomenal play by both quarterback and receiver.
Working on the veteran Nate Jones. Davon Bess.
Only a minute 8 seconds off the clock on that 80-yard 7-play drive for Matt Moore and the Dolphins.
Perfect loft from Matt Moore to hit Bess in the back of the end zone. And it's a 3-point game. Extra point is good for Dan Carpenter. 27-24. Miami has all 3 timeouts left with under 2 minutes to play.
And the 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon for Matt Moore. And just shows you the variety of balls this guy is capable of throwing. That ball lofted perfectly by Matt Moore. It gets the ball to Davon Bess. Now, do you onside kick? I don't think you do. I think you kick it off because you do have all 3 of your timeouts to work with to stop Tom Brady. That's the key now. Can you stop Tom Brady and Welker and Gronkowski and Hernandez?
It's 2 separate issues within the same equation. First, the decision, the onside kick, do you kick it off? You make that decision. The second part is a must, and that's stopping Tom Brady, which has been tough for Miami to do in the second half.
And it's so difficult to execute and pull off an onside kick when your opponent knows it's coming and you've got 9 guys up close. Oh, they now have 10 guys up, and in fact, Welker is not even deep. He's the deep man at the 35-yard line.
He's at intermediate range. See what Miami does. They will kick it off, and this will roll, and it almost died, but it does make it to the end zone. Patriots were fortunate that the ball kept on going. They'll have it at the 20-yard line with 1:48 left to play in the fourth quarter.
You go back to that long pass that was caught by Brandon Marshall on a 3rd down against an all-out blitz. Really gave the Dolphins some confidence there. Got the quarterback feeling good about his game. He threw some nice passes, including the touchdown pass to Bess.
Welcome those of you who have just seen Baltimore knock off Cleveland 20-14. Here in New England, Miami control the action in the first half. Patriots answer in the second half, and they've got a 3-point lead with 1:48 to go. Miami has all 3 timeouts remaining. Brady's been sensational in the second half. Brady breaks away on the ground. He takes a shot at the 25-yard line. It's a 5-yard scramble for Brady, and the Dolphins are forced to use one of the timeouts.
Well, Brady's not going to go sliding. He's going to see if he can get as much as he possibly can. I think that hit looked worse than it really was for Brady. He took a heck of a shot from Elvis Dumervil last week against the Broncos and bounced right up.
First half numbers compared to the second half for Tom Brady. Reggie Bush has had a big game for the Miami Dolphins, but did come off with an apparent knee injury. The Patriots down 17-0 at halftime.
Pretty smart play by Brady not to throw that pass there under pressure. Got out of the pocket and ran it, kept the clock running, and forced the Dolphins to use a timeout.
2nd and 5. Brady has 2 rushing touchdowns on the day. Just the 2nd time in his career that he's done that. Stephen Ridley. And now the Dolphins use their 2nd timeout. Carlos Dansby with a hit. Let's catch you up on the game summary. Second half, Brady and the Patriots offense comes to life.
Couple of quarterback sneaks by Tom Brady after the touchdown to Branch in the back of the end zone. And then just a couple of moments ago, Matt Moore with a beautifully lofted pass in the back of the end zone to Devon Bess. And we've got a cliffhanger here now. This is a huge 3rd down. 3rd down and 5 for the Patriots. The danger here, though, incomplete pass stops the clock. And the Dolphins really haven't been able to get much on the ground at all. We'll see what Brady does.
If they get the first down, game over for New England. 3rd and 5, 1:35 to play. Brady. First down, Wes Welker. The New England Patriots have clinched a first-round bye and move one step closer to home field advantage throughout the AFC playoffs.
Was there any question as to who he was going to throw the ball to? Welker, 12 catches now. Here he is right here against Rashad Jones. Jones way off. I mean, all he needs is 5 yards. Why are you playing so deep on a guy like Wes Welker? 12 catches now for 138 yards for Welker.
Brady on a pitch. Stephen Ridley. And he's thrown down out along the sideline. Why even take that to the perimeter?
Yeah, he's a rookie. I told you it's dicey giving the ball to rookies in this type of situation. He's thinking, oh, hey, I'm going to go all the way to the end zone here. He'll hear about this in the locker room after the game. Right there, just go down. Don't let the defense pull you out of bounds and stop the clock.
The reality is you didn't even have to pitch the football, just take a knee.
That's true, too.
Now the victory formation for New England with 45 seconds left. The New England Patriots improved to 12-3 on the season. We are seconds away from that number turning to 12 in the victory column, and they'll maintain the one-game lead over the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Denver Broncos now 8-7. The Cincinnati Bengals, at least for the moment, holding down the second wild card spot in the AFC. Seven-game winning streak for the New England Patriots. They come from behind to knock off the Dolphins 27-23 in the final here in Foxborough. Coming up, Subway postgame show. For Dan Fouts, our entire crew, this is Ian Eagle. So long from Gillette Stadium here in New England. This is the NFL on CBS. Let's go to New York and JB.